family business. This show is hilarious, and it is not supposed to be. I love me a good old down home BET original-esque film, like property movie show. This has a lot of, like, familiar faces. It is just a beautiful show. My only really big complaint about the show is the audio. I don't know who did like the editing for the audio, but it's a bit off at times. There are times where I can watch maybe, let's say, 20 minutes straight and be fine, but when they switch scenes, for some reason the vocals are extremely low, and then the background music is, so I don't know. Yeah, okay, let's reverse that. I don't know if the voices are too low or if the background music is too high, but I know I'm only on the third episode and the audio has been kicking my butt. The first episode was really good. I love it because it feels like it is it feels like an indie production where folks came together and they was like, we have a vision, we want to get this story out. And the story itself I'm very interested in. Wealthy black family. Are they in Chicago? I do not know where they are in the show. If you know, let me know. I know the dad was from Detroit because he said he got out of Detroit. I'm going to assume California and not Chicago because Detroit is only about 4 hours from Chicago. I'm going to assume LA. I don't know, whatever. Y'all just let me know because I'm not looking it up. But it is a fun show. This black family, they're wealthy, on this car lot, but then it's not quite what it seems because this car lot is like helping them to have some sway in the political arena. This show is bonkers. At one point, one of the guys who wants to run for mayor or governor is running against a lady who the family from the family business supports. And he's like, no, if she loses in the primaries, then I'll back you. But then that guy gets some suppliers of drugs, I don't know, car parts, maybe both, who are supplying the black family, because this is a Latin family. He's like, yeah, we'll get them to show them a lesson, and then they send their son to kind of threaten them. Then there's this Asian family where the son comes into the car shop at night, and I don't know if he was like, I know he was delivering a message, but it was the way, I don't know, it felt weird. I think when I watched it, maybe didn't feel as weird, but remembering it, I'm like, why is he here? Like right here, where's the daytime? And so the patriarch, the black dad, he roughs him up. He's like, yeah, man, don't shoot the messenger. He's like, tell your dad not forget where he came from. This show is off the freaking wall. The Latin son gets kidnapped by the black family, and then the black family has to give up one of their family members as like collateral, and instead of like the one of the daughters, and mind you, these are all adults. None of these people are like 16. When I say daughters and sons, these people are like in their 30s. These are grown people, and they all live in the same house. This show is so freaking wild. But the dad has, from where I am with the show, he has an older daughter. Let's just say she's played by Tammy Roman. Let's say she's, I don't know, 42. Then he has the younger daughter who's a twin. There's fraternal twins, a boy and a girl, and they're let's say 27. Then he has the eldest son, we'll just say 43. And then there's the middle son, we'll just say 30. And I'm only giving out these numbers because I want you to understand these are not children. These are not early 20s. And so a bunch of shit go down, and the dad is like, okay, we got to give up a child for collateral for the Latin child. And then the guy, the Latin son that they have, a Latino son who they have captured, the dad shows up at this bar where the eldest daughter is on a date cheating on her husband with this white man, and then they're like, yeah, we could just take your daughter. It's like, no, don't take my daughter, I'll give you one of my sons. And so the dad gives up the son who is the gay son who they've established he is not proud of or doesn't really like. He don't hate him, but he don't have reverence for him like he does. So this show, every stereotype, every trope, like it is so bad it's good and it's so good it's bad. Like then like this is just a wild, bonkers show. If you have seen this show, please hit me up on social media. Let me know that you have seen this show. I don't spoil it for me. Well, I don't know. Okay, wait. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. The daughter, who plays by Javicia Nicole, who played Batwoman. Also, I know her from Black and Sexy TV. Shout out to them. She for like the first 2 episodes, she kept shouting about her dad sending her to boarding school. And like to me, it was just like a throwaway line, but almost just to like amplify the fact that you didn't let her, like, she's the youngest girl, so you're treating her a certain way, and she's like the fuck up, and everybody knows that she's gonna like have wild boyfriends and live on the edge, whatever. And she kept saying that, and I was like, okay, maybe this is just her being like, you didn't see me as equal to my siblings. You treat me with kid gloves. That's what I thought. So there comes a point where she, and I think I missed a whole portion of like the second episode because they have the Latino son locked up in this room in this random warehouse. But instead of like a prison cell where he's in handcuffs or I'm just in a cell or something, this man is handcuffed, not just like at the wrist. He's handcuffed at the wrist and at the ankles, but laying on this like gurney that you would put somebody on like in a war if they were injured. It's so, in this big white room with his shirt off, random. So she comes. That's why I think I missed a huge chunk of like episode 2. Homegirl comes in there, Javicia, Batwoman, and she's like seducing him. And I was like, okay, hold up. Let's take this back. I feel like no matter what your sexual preference, if you are chained to a gurney that is 2 inches off the floor, clothing ripped up, you beat up because these men been whooping your ass, the last thing you would be concerned about is fucking. At least I thought. She was like, oh, give me the secrets, baby. It was so terrible. So I say all that to say, she ended up uncuffing him to let him pee. He hit her and ran out. And there's this whole big fight or whatever. And no, he didn't run out. I'm sorry. She killed him. Like, what? And I say all of that to get back to the boarding school thing. All the siblings who showed up to see that she had killed him, they're like, oh, you killed your twin brother because he's with the Latino daddy. They go and talk to their dad, and the dad is like, how could you? She's like, you sent me to boarding school. You sent me to be an assassin. What are we talking about? So she didn't literally say assassin, but it's like she's a mercenary. She's some sort of like trained killer. So again, I have to get, this show is so crazy. I have to get back. I have to go back and watch episode 2 and go forward because I think what they're saying is that she didn't go to a boarding school or not a regular school. It was actually like, this is a school for killers or something. And I was like, even if that's the case, you are terrible at this. Like, yes, this man hit you. He's trying to get free. You mean to tell me at villain assassin school they never taught you how to just take somebody down, like shoot him in the knee, maybe like choke him out? Like, what are you doing? This is so crazy, and it's so funny because her brother is just like, he's just this young gay dude who runs a event coordinating company, and he's so far removed from the mess of the family. And I know he's going to live. I don't know. This show is great. He might end up dead. I don't know. But like, this show is so wild. So again, if you've seen The Family Business, let me know. Leave something in the comments. Or hit me up on the social medias, Carefree Blerd, TikTok, and Twitter. And let me know. What are your thoughts on The Family? Come.